County, call me at 270-350-6590 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodmen of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Here is a reminder from your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Tampering with an electric meter is dishonest, dangerous, and against the law. If you steal electricity by tampering with an electric meter, you risk arrest and your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with a meter, please call Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
Every year, Kentuckians dump enough stuff on the ground to fill a football stadium 12 stories high. When it rains, all that trash washes down storm drains directly into our streams, rivers, and lakes. It's time we all did our part to stop polluting Kentucky's waterways. To find out how you can help, visit stormwater.ky.gov. Brought to you by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet.
Fall is the beginning of flu season. Protect yourself with the flu vaccine at the Health First Community Health Center. It is your best shot at stopping the flu from getting to you. With same-day appointments and walk-ins welcome, they make it easy to arm yourself against infection. Contact the Health First Community Health Center office toll-free at 1-877-667-7017 or visit one of their 7 locations for all your healthcare needs. At Health First, your health is our first concern. That's Health First Community Health Center.
1580 103.3 WPKY Coffee Talk is on the air. Morning conversations about things of interest to you. If you'd like to be a guest on Coffee Talk, just email us your information at WPKYonline@gmail.com. We're proud to call Caldwell County home. WPKY.
1580 103.3 WPKY, Tess and Ty. And I love it when we got company coming over. It's coffee talk time and 8:13, and we've got Miss Nan in the house. How are you?
I'm well. How are y'all?
We're good.
Good morning, Miss Nan Tackett of PACS.
I'm sorry.
That's
I think
okay.
everybody knows her. Everybody knows her. She's Nan Tackett.
It's a place where everybody knows your name. So, good morning.
Good morning.
I'll tell you, if you haven't gone down and gotten to know her, you need to.
Well, we have a lot of fun.
We do.
We do have a lot of fun. We have our LAHEAP program starting, and my favorite time of the year is spring. However, in the fall, when we start this program, I just get all giddy.
Well, and it's right here at the holidays are going to be, we're going to turn around and Thanksgiving's going to be here before you know it. Yeah. I updated we have a little cheat sheet over here that we have a lot of, 78 days till Christmas. Oh, I know. Now that's the look I had on my face when I typed it on there this morning. I was like, really? And I do that every day, but I just don't think about it. The bad news is Thanksgiving, the holidays, and cold weather is right around the corner too. And as much as I love it, somebody else has a really, they may not love it so much. And I think everybody these days, there's no cheap way to heat your house.
Oh goodness, no! And the heat bills, you've got to keep warm. You've got to keep your family warm, and we get that. And everybody wraps up to try and save on it, but where we come in with the LAHEAP stands for Low Income Heating Energy Assistance Program. Sometimes you just need a little help. Our senior citizens and those that are disabled on a fixed income, we have subsidy pre-registration starting. Next week, I've lost my notes, but anyway, October 15th starts our pre-registration for elderly and disabled. If you are on a fixed income, you contact our office. We're going to make you an appointment to come in, and you're going to bring all your documentation. We're going to do a pre-registration, find out if you qualify. Let me tell you a little bit about subsidy. LAHEAP subsidy, the subsidy portion goes in November, December. It is a one-time credit to your heat source, whether it's propane, kerosene, electric, gas, natural gas, whatever it is, we're going to put a one-time credit towards that heat source. It'll come through just around the time in December when you might need a little extra funds for the holidays or whatever. In January, we start the crisis portion, and that's the portion where we pay the entire bill up to $400. January, say your electric bill is $200. That's your complete heat source. We pay $200. In February, you come back, we can pay up to another $200. So it's a $400 boost for the winter time.
Well, I'll tell you, a lot of people that they burn wood. No. A lot of the elderly, especially, they can't anymore because that's a lot of work. I mean, there's a lot of physical labor that goes into that. And, they need those other sources of heat to supplement now. Maybe they didn't used to, but they do now. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Come up and get filled out, right?
Absolutely. We all need a little assistance once in a while. We've all been in a place where it just doesn't stretch as far. Now, if you're not sure if you qualify, just come down and talk to us. Call our office, 270-365-5097. We're at 110 South Cave Street. Come down, talk to us. Bring us your documentation. Your documentation is your proof of income for anyone in the household over the age of 18. You have to bring Social Security cards and your medical insurance cards, photo ID, and a copy of your bill. You need to bring in your full bill. Don't wait until you've paid it and the bottom portion is gone, because we need the entire bill. If you've already paid it, then go to the place and get a copy of the full bill. Bring it in. We'll talk to you. If you're not sure, give us a call.
And this is whether you rent or own your home as well, correct? It doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
It's just a matter as far as the heat source is concerned, and you just need the assistance.
Yes, correct. If the heat source is in your bill, in your name, if the bill is in your name, then just bring it in and talk to us. If it's in someone else's name, say your landlord has the bill in his name, but you pay it, we've got a little form that he's going to sign that says you're responsible for it, and we're going to help you out with it.
What about those that may be on, those of us that are on, say, a level billing? Does it matter? Are you looking at usage amount on those electric bills, or does it matter, like if you're just level billed on that, or how would that work?
For the subsidy portion, it doesn't matter. You just bring in your bill. We're going to get the account number off that bill, and we're going to send you in a credit. And that credit will hit probably sometime in December, depending on when you come in. It takes 6 to 8 weeks to actually reach your account. In January through the crisis, it's a little bit different. So this is where, if you're not sure, just call my office and we'll talk about it, or stop in and see us.
That's where I was going next, because the paperwork for the crisis portion of the assistance is probably a little bit different.
Just a little bit different. Every situation is different, and that's where I don't want to tell everybody that's listening it's this way when it could be a little bit different for someone. So bring in your documentation and we'll talk about it. Or give me a call. If you hard for you to get out, give me a call and talk to me about it.
Just asking the questions. I mean,
all
you can say is, let's find somebody else that can. Because if you can't help, or if maybe they don't qualify, I promise you, Nan knows somebody that can help you.
Well, absolutely. We've done a lot of research. I've been in this field for a while, and I know a lot of people in town. I just do. I don't know how that happens sometimes, but there it is. Sometimes
she's awesome, and nobody can say no to her. I have a feeling. I think that's what it is. She smiles, and you're like, well, okay.
I'm sure they probably could. However, I think sometimes when I have a need and I know the right person to go to, if they can't, sometimes they can't. But I don't just have one little bird in my pocket. So
Well, and sometimes it's not that easy, you know. It's not just a blanket no, and it's not just a very cut and dry yes and no, and, you know, there's an age limit that just, bam, you're yes or no. I mean, it's not that simple, right?
No, it's not. That so many variables go into how we help. Number one, there is how many people are in your household, how many people are working. If they're not working, let's see if we can't help them find a job. Or there's just so many variables. It's just unreal how different each household is. So if you're not sure, ask. If I can't find the answer, I bet I know somebody who can find the answer. That's just the way we operate in my office. Everybody that comes in is an individual, and we take it like that. Even though LawHeap is a blanket program, there's still so many variables within that program that we just have to look at everything.
And of course, we got all the surveys in.
Well, no, we don't have all the surveys in, because if you come down to my office, we're going to ask you to fill out a survey. And we take these, I'd say probably through November, and they're all put into, I don't know if everybody knows what a survey monkey is, but it's not an actual monkey. It just kind of is a computer program where all this is put in, and then everything is tallied, and then they figure out where we need to work in our community.
Well, and again, we talked about this before, but it's really important that people do that, because, I mean, the surveys can make a huge difference, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's how we get a lot of our funding. Everything that we do determines what our funding is going to be for the future. So the more people that come in to my office and tell me what their needs are, what their concerns are, that all gets taken into account. And it also gives me information to what I may need to research to find out.
Let's go back a little bit, because you're basically the survey, you're gathering data for the community, correct?
Correct.
And this is, of course, will determine future funding and future programs that you all will be able to implement here in the community based upon what the needs assessment is of this data, correct?
That's correct. And in that, this LawHeap season that's going in, the more people that come in and utilize this program, that's going to show that we need the assistance for our families. So in the future, if they see that a lot of people have come in, now this program only runs for so long. There's dates to it, but within those dates, for instance, the subsidy program, even though I say it's November, December, it ends when the funds are gone. So we take appointments, first come, first serve. Some counties, and I'm assuming there may be some listeners that are not actually from Caldwell County. We have 9 counties that we serve. And so every county, every office in each county kind of operates the way that works best for their community. For our community, we do it by first come, first serve. We give you an appointment and you come in on that date. Some counties do the subsidy portion alphabetically by your last name, and there's a specific date that you come in. For us, I've found that appointments are better. We have a lot of working folks, and if their last name falls on this certain day and they can't come in because they're working, then are they out of luck? Absolutely not. But for me, for our counties, we found it's best for them to come in on the day that they are able to come in.
Well, for parents, I mean, that's in just kind of in Will Brown we had in at one point, and he was talking about the free food for the kids at school, you know, at the lunches. If they don't utilize it, it's going to go away. And,
Absolutely.
you know, what if they don't fill out those papers, it's going to go away, because that's something that we have to prove that we need. So, I mean, that, you know, like Ty said, if we don't use this, if we don't come in and utilize this when it's there, because of pride or because of whatever, if we don't at least try, it could go away.
Absolutely. And it surprises me, just since I've been doing this, the first year that we did it, we didn't have very many. And I couldn't figure out why we didn't have so many to come in. And we started putting out our notices. I put it at Food Giant and all the apartments and wherever. And so after we put out this notice, we found a lot of people just didn't know about the program. And that's why it was so important for me to come in today and tell people, come in and see me. Even if you think you might not financially qualify, you've got two parents working in the household, and you've got this family, and your heat bills are so high, and you're thinking, well, we both work, we're not going to qualify. That's not necessarily true.
Well, and just because you don't qualify for some other commodities doesn't mean that you're not going to qualify for this as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is at a little higher rate, so the income limits are set a little higher than they are, for instance, for the program that I do mainly during the summer. So just because you don't qualify for one of my other programs, you may qualify for this. Same as our weatherization program. We've got the weatherization. We take applications every month. So that income limit is even higher, and it's all set federally, the income limit. So
and boy,
if you're
that
not
one's
sure,
a good one too, because especially going into some cold weather, that's a good one.
And explain to us again what the weatherization program is.
The weatherization program is designed to winterize your house, make it more, not necessarily winterized because you would use it for the summer also, but it just makes it more energy efficient. They put in insulation, wrap the pipes, seal the windows. They just do so much that it just amazes me, some of the people that have come back and told me after they've been in. I have one in particular I'm thinking of right now. She just is amazed. They're working right now, and she thought they were done because one portion of it was finished and they went away, and she said that was really awesome. And then just a few days ago they came in and they said, we're doing more. And she just is astounded at how much they're doing for her.
I love that, though, because that's when, when they do get the help from, the heating bills and that sort of thing, and when they do have to go out and spend that money, at least it goes further. It doesn't take as much to heat the house now during the winter.
It's going to translate into savings for them.
That's right. I had one client that did it about a year ago, and they came in and she was on a bill that showed where her credit was, and she was on that automatic billing where she paid so much every month, the same amount, but she could see on her bill where her little credit was getting higher and higher and higher, and she just continued to pay that bill just like normal, so that now when she recertifies for that automatic it's going to lower it quite a bit.
I think that's awesome. That's so smart. And with programs like this, you want to make sure that you get signed up for it. Remind them where you're located.
We are at 110 South Cave Street. We are right next door to Dr. Sinton, the dentist's office, the two little red buildings. We have a red and white PACS sign in our window. We are there from 7:30 to 4, Monday through Friday. We close for an hour at lunch. Our telephone number is 270-365-5097. Come and see us. Whether you just want us to pop in and say hi, come on and see us. Give us a call. Let us make you an appointment to come in for the Law Heap subsidy. And again, that's a one-time credit to your heat bill.
Well, I tell you, between all of the different programs that you all have, it sounds to me like, more and more, there's just something for just about everybody that they could, in our area, for most anyway, that can use in one way or another.
Absolutely, absolutely. We've just got the whole gamut of anything, but more importantly, I have information. I have a lot of information, and that's one of the bigger things that I've noticed on the needs assessment is they want information. Where do I find this or that? Call me and talk to me. I can probably tell you, and again, if I can't, I probably know someone who can.
Well, and that's half of it right there. And in this day and age, if somebody says they're going to help you with something, you always think there's a catch. Or, a lot of people think there's 10 hoops to run through and all of that kind of stuff. But that's not the way that it is up here.
Well, I'm not going to say there's not a few hoops to run through, because I do have to have a lot of documentation, a lot of information. But it's very easy to get. If you, Social Security cards, a lot of people, for whatever reason, they don't have their Social Security cards. That's not a problem. We can find a way around that. We can get that Social Security number other ways. We can't get it, but we can help you find it. It's not a lot of hoops. It doesn't cost anybody not a penny to come in and talk to me.
You know what I did one time with my Social Security card back in the day? My dad laminated it. So that I wouldn't rip or tear, and it was in my wallet, and then it was laminated. I didn't find out till years later you're not supposed to do that. I was like, Dad, what did you do? But it's little things like that can really kind of, so come in now, let's get it figured out, and then if you've got things like that you need to fix, we've got time before it's zero.
Or another form of documentation or something like that can replace that, because most people are encouraged now not to carry around a Social Security card or their Social Security number.
But
there are ways.
There's a lot of, it has to be a legal document that's typed, not printed. And we can get that information from a lot of different sources. One of the main concerns that our clients have is their Social Security award letter, their statement of benefits. They got it last December and they have no clue where it is. There's ways to get it. So if you don't have that, don't let that stop you. Call my office and we will tell you how to go about getting it. And you want to get it actually before this program starts. The one thing that I say no on the most, and I don't like the word no, but I have to tell people, if you don't have the proper documentation, let me help you get it. But we have to have it for the program. It is mandatory that all the documentation be with every application. Because if it's not, and I let something slide, I may get dinged, and so far that I know, I don't have any dings on my record, and I don't want them. So
I love it because she's the lady that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows.
She's very mad.
Ours is Nan, and she's not very gangster-like, but she knows somebody.
We do want to encourage everybody to take advantage of these programs. Most of them are federally funded. Some are state funded, I think, but most of them are federally funded.
That's
and it
correct.
Does take that data that you're gathering from the surveys to determine where the needs are in our community, therefore funding to roll in for that particular situation.
That's right.
It's very important that if you are utilizing PACS, that you give them that information, that we give it to you so that we can continue with the funding for all these fantastic programs. And what a wonderful I didn't know how to pronounce it, the LAHEAP.
And again, their information is safe when they do that. It's not going to go anywhere. You're not sharing it. It's not for public nothing. This is just for us to get the benefits.
That's right. The one thing that I tell people, they sign a consent to release. Excuse me. That consent to release does not give me the authority to give away any of your confidential information. It just gives me the right to talk to your heat source agencies about your issue, and I never, ever give away anything confidential.
Well, thank you for being here. Doggone it, we love it when she comes in, and because she's always got things like this, which I love, because that's helping everybody in the community. And that heat, that can be expensive. I know during the summer when you were giving out fans and that sort of thing, we talked about how expensive it is to cool off your home. I think in a lot of ways it gets even worse in the winter.
Yes, it does. It does. I've it's just unreal, the some of the heating bills that I've seen come through. It's scary. And when you're on a fixed income, this pre-registration that's for the elderly and disabled, when you're on that fixed income and your income is less than $1,000 and you see a heat bill come through for $400, what do you do?
Well, you shouldn't have to choose between your medicine and being warm.
You shouldn't. And that's where we come in.
Well, thank you so much. Again, give them your phone number in case they have any questions.
270-365-5097. My name is Nan. Talk to me or my assistant Diane, and we'll see what we can do to help you out.
Well, thank you so much for coming in, and make sure that you come back. We want to know how the surveys and everything else, kind of wraps up for the winter, and we'll remind everybody again about this, about LAHEAP later on in the winter when it starts really getting cold. So tune in. It's Tess and Ty and Coffee Talk, 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Napa know-how. Now at Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care centers, get a $20 prepaid Visa gift card when you buy oil, air, and cabin air filters. Because let's be honest, you probably don't remember the last time you changed them. So buy all 3 filters at your local Napa and get $20 back. Do it yourself or have it done for you. That's Napa know-how. Napa know-how. At participating Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care centers. Limit 2 prepaid cards per household while supplies last. Offer ends 10/31/19.
Audible turns commuting into opportunity. Use the Audible app to learn something new every day. Listen 100% ad-free to the world's leading experts on parenting, budgeting, career, and relationships. Get inspired by Dave Goggins' powerful memoir, Can't Hurt Me, and hear advice from Mel Robbins on how to take control of your life, exclusively from Audible. Download the Audible app, start a free 30-day trial, and your first audiobook is on us.
Hey guys, Heidi with Capitol Cinemas, your local Princeton movie theater with your weekday lineup. In Cinema 1, The Joker, rated R, shows Monday through Thursday at 6:30. In Cinema 2, Abominable, PG, shows Monday through Thursday at 6:30. In Cinema 3, It Chapter 2, rated R, shows Monday through Thursday at 6:15. Call during showtime hours at 270-365-0200 or visit us at capitalcinemas.net. Thanks for listening. See you at the show.
This is Mallory Hancock Lawrence, and we love our Caldwell and Lyon County friends. We invite you to come to Cada's anytime you can to shop with us. We're making it even easier for you. Whether you work in Cada's or just come to town for a visit, stop in and shop with us. But if you're in a hurry, you can pre-order your groceries at hancocksneighborhoodmarket.com. It's so easy and convenient. Of course, we want to see your smiling face anytime we can, but if you're in a hurry, hancocksneighborhoodmarket.com is the way to go. Hancock's Neighborhood Market, Cada's.
The holidays, time to enjoy with those you love. If you're thinking about new flooring in your home before the holidays, now's the time to stop in at Perry's Floors and More and let them help you find the perfect flooring that will not only add warmth and style to any room in your home, but also flooring that will stand up to the wear and spills of everyday life. Whichever floor you choose will be backed by reputable manufacturers and installed with expert care. See Bill and Lucy at Perry's Floors and More, 127 West Market, Princeton. Call 270-365-9869.
Napa know-how. Now at Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care centers, get a $20 prepaid Visa gift card when you buy oil, air, and cabin air filters. Because let's be honest, you probably don't remember the last time you changed them. So buy all 3 filters at your local Napa and get $20 back. Do it yourself or have it done for you. That's Napa know-how. Napa know-how. At participating Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care centers. Limit 2 prepaid cards per household while supplies last. Offer ends 10/31/19.
Audible turns commuting into opportunity. Use the Audible app to learn something new every day. Listen 100% ad-free to the world's leading experts on parenting, budgeting, career, and relationships. Get inspired by Dave Goggins' powerful memoir, Can't Hurt Me, and hear advice from Mel Robbins on how to take control of your life, exclusively from Audible. Download the Audible app, start a free 30-day trial, and your first audiobook is on us.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
Well, it's going to be a gorgeous day, Nan. Get out and enjoy the sunshine for me this morning. Hey, with a high of 74 and sunshine, I don't think the forecast can get much better than that. Well, other than if I had it in my hand, that would be a little better. Clear tonight. We're going to play soccer in a gorgeous, gorgeous field with sunshine. And then once the sun does set, Ty, it's still going to be gorgeous. Overnight low of 46. Tomorrow, sunshine again. Let's rinse and repeat. High 78. And then on Thursday, mostly sunny. High 81. It is 49 at 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Health First Community Health Center.
Casey's Pumpkin Patch offers the best in fall farm fun, from riding on the hay wagon to picking your own pumpkins. Play in the corn or soybean box in the barn. Shell corn with the corn sheller. Play on the gym set. Get lost in the corn maze. The maze this year is 35 acres of the Old and New Testament. Just $2 per person, or do it all for $5. Bring the whole family. Hay rides on the weekend. Call for groups 270-365-2132. Casey's Pumpkin Patch, 153 Farmersville Road, Princeton, just past Caldwell County High School.
1580, 103.3 WPKY. Tess and Ty and Coffee Talk is on the air this morning. Of course, Nan Tackett with PACS. We just had her in telling us all about that.
She's always a fun guest.
Isn't she fun?
Very informative and does great work here for us.
Always got a smile on her face.
No doubt about it.
Love it when she comes in. She likes cookies. She's laughing in her car right now.
I didn't like either.
It is 8:42, and I'm kind of excited about this. I think this is going to be a good time. I love good bluegrass, and I love going to Beshear, Lake Beshear. So I think between the two of them put together, it's my kind of jam.
You've got the best of both worlds. We're talking about bluegrass on Beshear 6 Music Fest, and this is the 6th year. It's hard to believe. We welcome Laura and Jeff Smith here at WPKY. Good morning. So glad to have you.
Good morning. It's great to be here.
Well, of course, can you believe it's the 6th one? I think we've been on this journey together each and every year since its inception, but boy, it's just getting bigger and bigger and more exciting.
It sure is, and it's always good that you let us show up and talk to you a little bit about our event.
I like their hats.
Oh, they're awesome.
I've got them in. I love those.
They brought you a denim hat out.
Yeah.
Did you
Coffee
really?
mug.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is Coffee Talk.
It is.
I love that.
Congratulations to you all, because congratulations in order, because it is an undertaking to put together a festival, any kind of an event like this. And of course, to have it going 6 years is pretty impressive, and I know it's a love of you all. You all host this out at your home on Lake Beshear. That's at 307 Island Cove Lane in Dawson Springs, because you don't want to miss it. It's usually right around the Columbus Day holiday. But tell us about this great lineup this year and all the fun that's going to happen.
Okay. I'd like to talk a little bit about the event. It's non-political, life-affirming, and a music-loving day of fun in support of 3 pro-life pregnancy care centers that support our region in Western Kentucky. So, as we've already said, we're doing this for our 6th year, but this will be the first time that we're doing the event on a Saturday. We've done it on Sundays for each of the first 5 years. But by doing it on Saturday this year, on October 12th, it'll allow us for the first time to extend the music time. We'll be able to start earlier and end later. So we're running from noon until 7 p.m. on Saturday.
Gorgeous weather, by the way.
And yes, it's going to cool down just a little bit for it, but it looks like it'll be a nice day.
I love that, though. I don't want to go out there and sweat all day. I
Good
want to enjoy
sweatshirt
it.
weather.
A hoodie.
Yeah,
I'm a
we're
hoodie
ready.
girl. And it'll look good with that hat.
And in the first 5 years, we've kind of run the weather gamut. We've had weather as hot as 89, as cool as the mid-50s, and we even had a tropical storm one year. But we go rain or shine. We have a lot of fun, and it's very family-friendly and relaxed. So,
I've heard canoes and kayaks.
Yes, hopefully. Yes, we'll have canoe and kayaks. My brother runs the trade water.
Remember the mills?
Well, I kind of thought so. Yeah. So I was fishing just a little bit there for a second.
Yeah. But I've got that crazy look on my face, don't I?
No, well, I just, you don't want to blurt it out just in case. Yes. But I had a feeling.
Yeah.
And speaking of fishing, if you're licensed, you're welcome to come down and fish. We're going to have music pointed away from the lake and toward the lake, so you'll be able to hear no matter where you are.
Picking, fishing, and fun. How about that?
Can't get much better.
And another bonus, admission is free. We help with the parking.
You can get better then, because that's fantastic. Free's good.
We've got a crew that will help you park and then even transport you down to the music venue. And that may be important first for those who are not real mobile. But also, we're asking you to bring lawn chairs, and you're welcome to bring coolers if you like, and we'll transport those for you as well.
But we do have food on hand that we would just love to sell to you. We're going to have brats and burgers, Mills Brothers barbecue with some my homemade
Her
barbecue
homemade
sauce.
is
But
incredible.
we call it dip.
Yeah.
And so we've got the barbecue and Laura's kind of hot barbecue dip. And
we'll have brats, hot dogs, hamburgers, cheeseburgers. We have ham sandwiches, twice smoked, straight off the pit ham sandwiches this year. And another bonus, Chick-fil-A in Hopkinsville has stepped up, and they're going to provide us some chicken nuggets to serve as well. So kind of a wide variety of food. And, we're hoping that you'll take advantage of some of that, because every penny that we take in at the event will go to the pregnancy care centers. We defray all of our costs up front. That's for entertainment, for food, for even the Bluegrass on Beshear gear that we sell there. All of that's defrayed up front so that every penny will go to the pregnancy care centers that we support.
I love that. I saw that one of the performers on there was going to be from Bright Life.
Yes,
and they are so good. If you haven't been able to see these kids,
I call
them kids.
They were there the very first year, and they've been back every year. So this will be their 6th year. We always love to see them. They're actually going to be coming on at about 2:00, and so it's a good day. And the neat thing about our event is it is a celebration of life. So, like Jeff said, it's just a fun-filled day, and
the Bright Life choir is a voluntary thing at their residence, and yet everyone who's physically capable to sing is a voluntary member of that choir, and they'll be there doing their stuff.
We will also have, and I think they're Caldwell County citizens. The Bluegrass Revival is going to kick it off at 12:00.
One is my neighbor.
Oh,
I've been in on some
Which
of the practices.
one?
Brent.
Brent's
Yes.
great.
Mm-hmm.
They've been there at our event since the first year too. So and then we'll have Classy and Grassy coming on at 1:00, and a small break with Bright Light Farms coming on, and a local.
Brother Jackie Mathis is going to sing a few gospel songs for us.
Then at 3:00, Just a Mere Bluegrass Band, and they are just fantastic. And they've been with us since the very beginning too. We've got a new band coming in. It's a country band. It's a waterfront country band, and a couple of those musicians are coming up from Nashville to play with us. Very good. They're going to have some kind of old country, classic country.
Oh, that's
so I'm
nice
really
stuff.
excited about that. And then 5:00, we'll finish off the day with a Southern rock band. Mike Thomas, very gifted musician. He's going to bring his daughter and some friends to play with us at 5. And so it's going to be a really fun day.
Little bit
music.
for everybody.
Yes, there's a little bit for everybody.
And that's what makes it so great and diverse, because you have a great crowd. Your crowds have been building, I think, each and every year.
They have.
But the good thing is, again, you are celebrating life, and this is, why you're gathering, and to celebrate that. And what a wonderful thing that you're doing by having this event.
Another fun thing is I'm a graduating class of 1979 from Crittenden County, and we're going to have our class reunion 40-year at this Bluegrass on Beshear.
Oh, wow.
So I'm thinking, wow, this is a perfect venue to bring in class reunions, because all the work's already done. So,
Sounds
come
like a
on
good
down.
time.
So if you're celebrating
it's
40 years,
inexpensive.
So
Come
on down if you're Crittenden County class of 79. We want to see you too.
Wonderful event. Now Island Cove Road. Let's let folks, all of us that have not been there, of how to, well, the easiest way to get there. I guess.
Let's say some of us are just challenged in finding things.
Yeah, we kind of know where Lake Beshear is, but if you're coming from Dawson, it's probably best to head down 672 off the Parkway, I guess, and go that way. And of course, for those of us in Caldwell County and points in between, 672 is probably the best route to get to Island Cove Road.
Yes, we are on the Caldwell County side of Lake Beshear. So, I mean, it's a 13-minute drive from the courthouse. From here, add another minute.
If you're in Princeton, take Sand Lake Road till you hit 672, head toward Dawson, and we're right off of that. And we'll have signs up there so you can't miss it. And then our parking folks will meet you, and they'll show you exactly where to stop, and they'll take you back to the car at the end of the day.
If I can find it, that's good, Ty.
So tell us, 6 years now, where did the inspiration come from? Because it is an undertaking to just sit around one day around the dinner table and just go, I think we'll have a bluegrass concert for this, or where did it come from when it first started?
I grew up in Crittenden County. And large family. My mom had 10 children, and she was always busy taking care of, everything, laundry, cooking, making beds. And
do what moms do.
I know. But the one thing that I remember that she did, she made time every month, sat down and wrote a check to the National Right to Life. And I was a young teenager then, and I thought, wow. My mom is taking out time to sit down and write that check. It's important. And my dad, Jim Fred Mills, he did a lot for the community, raised a lot of money for the athletics in Crittenden County, and so they taught us, my siblings and I, that we serve God, family, and community, those 3 words. So my husband did a 30-year career in the military, and when he retired, I said, I don't know where you're going. I'm going back to Western Kentucky. So we found this place on Lake Beshear, and I knew somehow wanted to get involved in the pro-life movement, and so I contacted some area pro-life pregnancy care centers, and I actually went and I visited, toured, met the directors, and I said, this is what we want to do. We want to raise money for your facilities. And that's sort of how it started, 6 years ago. So
well, the cool thing is you could have chosen several routes to do this, but it's really cool that you decided to invite people to your home. Of course, you got a beautiful place for it, and then to have the bands to come in and you have everybody participate. So what a cool event! And again, I've been involved in years past of planning some of these type events, and sometimes they go well, and sometimes they don't. But I know one thing: it's always a lot of hard work. Again, it takes a lot of people to kind of bring it all together.
It sure does. And the day of the event, we're just going to have fun. It's in God's hands. The weather.
And everything.
And everything is. So I try to remember that when I start getting little anxiety attacks over simple things like the weather. But it's always come together.
And, the money raising is important to support these ministries. And each year we've set a new record. The first year we raised $2,500. Last year we raised more than $14,000. And we will set a new record this year. We're guaranteed. That's all very important. However, we think even more important possibly is to make the community aware that these ministries are out there. They are well organized, well run, and they're there to support the community, and they'll take folks from anywhere in the region. And Laura's got a few details.
I do, and I just want to make a point that these facilities they receive no federal or state funding. So it's all churches and private donations that keep these doors open. And I just can't say enough for them. Like I said, we have visited each of the crisis centers that we support. One is at Door of Hope in Madisonville. The other one is Alpha in Hopkinsville. And let's see, Door of Hope in Benton. And they just opened.
Clinic,
oh, I'm sorry.
In Benton.
Yes.
And 2 years ago, they opened a satellite facility in Eddyville.
In Eddyville, yeah.
Which is it's already expanded its hours, and it's looking to expand again. That's
So
how much the need is.
That's right.
Showing.
So again, I said these facilities are run at no cost to the client. And some of the things they provide is STD testing, pregnancy testing, and we are so happy that each of these facilities have been outfitted with ultrasound machines.
And high quality, three-dimensional ultrasound machines. They're really state-of-the-art.
Right. They have very well-trained volunteers and paid staff on hand. And so the counselors counsel,
They counsel women, family-raising classes. They counsel men on how to man up, and a growth part of the ministry is that there's lots of folks who made the unfortunate decision to have abortions in the past, who have been suffering for years silently because they had no one to talk to. They do abortion recovery counseling,
healing
for
classes,
folks. Yes, it's a healing thing, and it's just a great thing that they offer.
So remind us again too, what day, what time it starts. If we're coming on Saturday, what time do we need to get there to make sure that we don't miss out on anything?
Our grounds open at 11 a.m.
That's what I needed to know right there.
Because I'm not cooking breakfast. So we're going to have lunch.
And the great thing is you get there, there's signage, and that you'll be able to get in a ride, a shuttle to the music site itself.
Yes.
So.
And music starts right at noon, and we go till 7 p.m. Officially, and depending on how many people want to stay around and pick on the porch, we may just go beyond that.
Don't tell Bluegrass people that. You'll be there till the next weekend.
That's okay.
Well, it's a wonderful event. Congratulations on its 6 years. Bluegrass on Beshear, they're Pick and Live Fun-Filled Family Day, and that is coming up Saturday. This Saturday, as a matter of fact, October 12th at 307 Island Cove in Dawson Springs. And, boy, it's going to be a fun afternoon. So enjoy. And that's from 11 to 7 o'clock. So
sure is.
All right. Jeff and Laura Smith, thank you so much for being here today, and enjoy your day, and have a great festival.
Thank you, Ty.
Hey, thanks so much. Of course, Tess and Ty and Coffee Talk. And now, if you've got an event coming up, we'd like to know about it. If you've got a birthday coming up, we'd like to know about it. And basically, Ty and I are nosy. And if anything is going on, we want to know about it.
Speak for yourself, Tess.
So,
no, I'm kidding.
So that we can tattle I love tattling every morning. I like telling on people. It's fun. But, hey, if you want to know what's going on, you can also log on to our website at wpkyonline.com. And, of course, we've got news coming up in just a little bit. And, of course, Todd's going to be around with your sports. He's going to catch you up on everything to go this week. We've got a tournament, the championship tonight, correct, for Lady Tigers?
That's right. Lady Tigers playing in the 7th District Soccer Championship at Butler Stadium. We'll have that on the air for you as well. So, and I don't know the exact air time on that. We'll have to get that out there. But listen to yoursportsedge.com or go to that, and it should inform you of that. So we're coming up on 9 o'clock. This is WPKY in Princeton, and our thanks to Nan Tackett and Jeff and Laura Smith for being with us on Coffee Talk today.
All right, 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. European Union Ambassador Gordon Sondland is ordered by the State Department to not appear today for interviews with 3 House committees looking into impeachment. House Intelligence Committee Chairman Adam Schiff.
The President and Secretary of State are taking actions that prevent us from getting the facts needed to protect the nation's security.
President Trump tweets Sondland would be testifying before a totally compromised kangaroo court where Republicans' rights have been taken away. Turkey's military has moved rocket launchers to sites near Syria, part of an operation planned across the border with American troops now moved out of the way.
Turkey has been threatening for months to attack Syrian Kurdish fighters who fought alongside US forces in the mission to combat ISIS. And while President Trump has warned against any action he considers off limits, the Turkish vice president saying Turkey does not bow down to threats.
Fox's Simon Owen. President Trump tweeted this morning, "We have not abandoned the Kurds." America's listening to Fox News.
Here's your WP